And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Dang and Bosh, your small and power forwards. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. And it's Whiteside in the center position. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. Here's Harden. Finished off the break. Harden's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Houston. And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High-energy point guard, a lot like you, speed to burn, very smart guy, coveted by many.
He really is. And, Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the three or just taking it to the rack himself.
Here's Whiteside. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his fourth rebound in this one. Ariza with the bucket.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish. And, you know, back to Goran Dragic, many of his transition opportunities start with his aggressive defense. Very active with his hands, has the instincts to jump passing lanes, the long arms to pick off passes. Suddenly, when he gets a steal, he's off and running.
And talking about Goran Dragic, the one thing he has to be careful with is being over-aggressive on deep. Reaching for steals makes you susceptible to blow-bys and escape dribbles, and that can lead to uncontested layups and dunks for your opponent.
And there's the call on Bosh. That's foul number 2 for him. The Heat making a switch here. Winslow's checked in. And a change for the Rockets. Terry's checked in.
Not good shot selection. Long range and the defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not. Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And guys, before last season, Trevor Ariza signing a 4-year, $32 million deal with the Rockets. Big free agent get for the team.
And, you know, they wanted to re-sign Chandler Parsons, Kevin, but with his departure, in comes Ariza, and Trevor is a quality replacement. I mean, a terrific wing defender, and he's a nice spot-up shooter as well.
Dragic kicks to Winslow. Stolen by Terry. And that one's good. Beverly.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
High post shot. And he overshot that one, missing. There's the dish to Wade. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
That's just a foolish mistake right there, guys.
Yeah, inexcusable. You just cannot allow that to happen.
The Heat making a switch here. Udrich is checked back in. Now here's Ariza for the 3. Udrich grabs the board.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
And it's Houston on the break. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there. Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Miami. Green comes in for Dwayne Wade. Houston with a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Isa comes in for Brewer. James Harden, he's checked in for Marcus Thornton. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jason Terry.
That's his first personal foul.
The Heat trailed by 11.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6, when I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the 4th and was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game.
And with the Rockets' last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go. Went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them, though, close ones. I think most fans were pleased with how far the team went last year in spite of all the injuries.
Guys, I'm not sure there's a better star player who's a better fit for his team's philosophy than James Harden. Clark reflects the Rocket system perfectly.
I don't think you're wrong on that, Kevin. I mean, the Rockets, an analytically minded team. They love layups, free throws, and threes. Harden can get all of those done.
And Harden, either intentionally or not, is really the poster child for a new era of analytics that's starting to drive basketball. I mean, he generates a lot of points, but most importantly, he does it with tremendous efficiency, in part because he lives at the free throw line.
Ariza, right side. And it's off from three-point range.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And it's the Rockets on the break. Harden's got the ball.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that. And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And he converts the layup. Harden's got the lead up to 13 now for the Rockets.
And, you know, for the Rockets, acquiring James Harden might be the trade of the decade. You look at what they gave up, and it's hard to argue that they didn't win that transaction in a big way. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Luol Deng is checked in for Miami. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Monty Eunice is checked in for Capella.
Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Bosh misses.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. The Heat trailed by 11. So on the floor for Houston. Thornton out there with Lawson. Then it's Corey Brewer. Then there's Monty Eunice. And it's Jones in at the 5, home in the paint. The Rockets shooting 43% from the field. And it's Dragic with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Thornton for 3. No good. Excellent D from Wade. Here we go, one-on-one. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
You know, it went down, guys, but still unusual to go to the leaner there with so much space around him.
Brewer is just to Lawson. Lets it go from deep. And good on the basket. Book it. Lawson's got 5 points now in the quarter. Three-pointer, Wade. No good. So Houston will take it the other way. And it's Dragic with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul.
Here's Jones. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Rockets lead by 16.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Rockets coach had some advice for the team over that last break. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
Ty Lawson. Assistant.
And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season. Said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix and to South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel and did something else.
From deep, Thornton. Excellent D from Wade. And stolen by Lawson. Down low. Here's Thornton. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Houston.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And I also love what they've done defensively in terms of closing out to the shooters, getting a hand up, just making them feel a little uncomfortable on the offensive end.
That's his first personal
D.
foul.
Wade with an excellent pass there.
For the Rockets. Capella's checked in. And it's Terry in for Ty Lawson.
And Corey Brewer, guys, out of Florida. Remember, won those 2 national championships, teaming up with Joakim Noah and Al Horford. Terrific quickness, and that rangy frame makes him a disruptive defender. Great versatility as well on that end of the floor.
Marcus Thornton.
Here's Thornton.
Assistant.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Rockets lead by 14.
He hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but he's worked within the team concept to help them get the lead. He's done some other things other than scoring to help his team get the lead here.
Timeout called the Heat. Clark, Corey Brewer was the 7th pick in the 2007 draft. He's never really reached that star caliber so many had predicted.
Yeah, you know, his offense has held him back a bit. He's a bit erratic at that end of the floor. Not a great shooter. Slashes effectively well. He's most effective in transition.
Indeed. Chris Bosh has checked in for Gerald Green. Wade with no one around. Poked loose. Rockets leading by 14. Harden the pass to Capella. Back to Harden. Jacks up a 3. That's good.
James Harden.
Harden's got 26.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky. Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was